You're listening to Moon Monkey. On this episode, we're going to talk about A Simple Favour.
So, A Simple Favour stars Anna Kendrick as Stephanie, who's running a podcast for mothers, showing them how to bake, how to do various mothering things. And she meets up with Blake Lively's character, Emily, and from the very beginning you realise there's something not suspicious about Emily. She's a very different character. She's very sort of tough and strong. Whereas Anna Kendrick's character is sort of...
Apple pie.
Yeah, like very traditional, sort of motherly, all-American girl. So Blake Lively's there, and her partner, Henry Golding, played by Sean. When Blake Lively...
Other way round.
Her partner, Sean, who's played by Henry Golding. So when Emily goes missing... they set off sort of an investigation with Stephanie trying to uncover what happened to her, and as the story progresses, you find out everything's not quite as it seems.
Yeah.
So it's directed by Paul Feig, who also did the Ghostbusters movie. I think he did Bridesmaids as well. And this is sort of a bit of a left turn for him, a bit more mystery, horror.
They did kind of label it.
It was from the darker side.
Darker side of Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
And I think like what this does is it does have that kind of film noir but black comedy throughout it.
Yeah.
Like there's all this dark stuff going on and there's all these mysteries and twists and like whodunit kind of thing of film noir. But there's also like the comedy constantly there too. Yeah. Which is what I really liked about it, because there's some moments that was really hilarious.
Yeah, because he's known for comedy. And like Anna Kendrick is like great at comedy. Like her looks and like her mannerisms. Like she captures, like she's very likable, she's very charismatic, and she has some good comedy moments. The tone of the thing, like you say, it was shifting from sort of comedy to very dark stuff at points in the movie. It was kind of a little like Blue Velvet or something, but to a much lesser extent, where you have the sort of all-American facade, but underneath there's like the undercurrents of sort of death and violence and horrible things going on.
I didn't feel like that took away from it though. Like I didn't feel like the tone ever really moved too jerkily, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I didn't like spoil it because it still kept the mystery. It didn't take you out of it, if you know what I mean.
No.
It was always there for a good reason, I felt. And kept the movie moving along.
Yeah, it was to be honest, like I had a really good time watching the film. There was never a point where you're bored in it, and largely that's like the first hour of the movie. You've no idea where it's going. Like, is it meant to be a comedy, like a buddy comedy? Is it meant to be a mystery? You've no idea what's going on with Blake Lively's character, because she's mysterious sort of most of the way through it, and it's always sort of shifting who's responsible for her disappearance. Like, at times you think, is it Anna Kendrick? Did she have something to do with it? Was it the husband? Was it the woman herself? Was it someone else?
Was it her boss?
Yeah, like...
Who was his Rupert friend.
Yeah.
His boss who is amazing in everything. I love him so much.
And she's...
He should get more film roles.
And she's working at, like, a fashion company as well, which sort of plays into this whole sort of stylish sense that the film's got. It has a very peculiar soundtrack with French pop songs playing throughout. It gives it a very different vibe to any other film I've really seen.
I think what's really good about it is the performances of the three main people, and particularly Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively, who are on screen for most of it, and it's their relationship and the mysteries of both their lives and how they're kind of intertwined. Like although they're two very opposite people, they still have the same secrets they want to keep hidden from the world. And I think that's an interesting relationship with them, and their performances are amazing. The comedy and also like the mystery. But what really keeps you gripped throughout it, apart from the performances, is just the twists and the mystery. And yeah, I would really recommend that if you get the chance to see it, you should see it, because it's a really good movie, really funny, but also like very dramatic. And there's moments where you're like, oh, I really didn't see that coming. And that's what I like. I don't like to think, oh, I know where it's going, and it does go there. It goes a completely different way. At some point, you're like, how can this be? Like, there's a moment, I don't want to give it away, but there's a moment like you're like, how can it have actually? You know, something must have really happened to her.
Yeah.
And how could have done it? And there's a moment where they reveal how it's actually been done. You're like, oh, I never saw that coming.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see it. I didn't see it anyway.
It does have some great twists, and like you say, fantastic performances, and yeah, I would definitely recommend. It's an enjoyable film to watch.
You just love Anna Kendrick as well. So
I do love Anna Kendrick, and it was great to see, like you say, the two female leads in it, and sort of exploring that sort of female characters that you don't often see. Like you say, very different but complex characters. So that's our review of A Simple Favour. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll be back with more reviews.